And what's this one here? I got the red marker. So I have a
That MT,
defect from both sides.
yeah, that means that you got a gene mutation from both parents. Remember, there's a percentage that they pass it on. There's a percentage chance that they don't. When both do, you have a homozygous gene break, meaning both parents gave you the gene mutation. That gene doesn't work at all, which is why magnesium has such a calming effect on you, and so
Yeah.
does zinc. These are light metals that are super important in the human body, as is B12. Most people don't know that B12 is actually a light metal. It's the cobalt metal. We want to avoid the form of B12 called cyanocobalamin. It is a cyanide-based form of B12. And we want to use the form that occurs naturally in nature called methylcobalamin.
Okay.
The body very readily absorbs that. You find it in red meats. You find it in all kinds of food sources naturally.
Okay. So we got the genetic test, and then I got a few markers that might be helpful for you. I got my A1C. It's 5.3.
Okay, that's great.
Fasted insulin 3. What else I got? C-reactive protein is really low, like zero point 0.1 or something.
Perfect.
Triglycerides
Yeah, your
are,
protein goes from 1 to 10.
yeah, it's like 1, I think.
Yeah, hemoglobin A1C goes from 4.8 to 5.6. So that's a great range. You know, your glucose goes to 99, from about 77 to 99. So you're all well within range there. In fact, your blood sugar is a little on the low side, which is a great sign. I mean, that's a marker for longevity. Um, some people that have very low hemoglobin A1C, meaning 5.1 or less, are
Yeah.
not candidates for intermittent fasting. It should not be intermittent fasting.
Okay. That's normally what I do right now. I fast till like 2 o'clock and in between 2 and 10.
That's fine for you because your
Yeah.
hemoglobin A1C is 5.3. But just for your listeners, if they do get a blood test done and they find out that their hemoglobin A1C, meaning the 3 month average of their blood sugar, is very low, they should actually avoid intermittent fasting. Some of the worst endocrine disasters I've ever seen are in young women with a very narrow feeding window.
Okay. That's interesting. I just, you automatically think that lower is better, I suppose, on that.
No, I
And
mean, let's remember what happens when you have your blood sugar gets too low for a prolonged period of time. The pituitary, which is the master regulator in your brain, which is controlling your well, in women, it controls menstrual cycle, and in men, it also controls the secretion of testosterone. It controls your metabolic rate. It actually controls your body temperature. It does so much. It's the master puppeteer sitting up in the brain, running everything. The pituitary will perceive prolonged low blood sugar as starvation, and it will begin to throttle back your metabolism. It will actually be
okay, slow you
throttle
down.
your
Yeah.
thyroid hormones.
Got it. Got it. The other mark I got is triglycerides, which is 70, 70 something.
Well, that's half the end of the range. Triglycerides, at 149 or less, but 70 is half of the measurable end of the range. So that's great.
All right. So